Good morning, America. It is May 21st, 2009, and I just picked up the new album, 21st Century Breakdown. And, I found this video. I did, like a year ago almost, and I decided I'm just going to put it out there. Okay, I just blew my own cover. I was going to do a 21st Century Breakdown review a long time ago, and I changed my mind. And the reason I changed my mind is because I lost interest in it. But I maybe, since it's something I did want to do, I might as well just do it. The Green Day 21st Century Breakdown. Here's my review of it. Now, just about all of you know that I'm a very devout Green Day fan. And if you want to know the history of why I started being a Green Day fan when I got swept up in the craze of American Idiot. I know as much as I talk about as American Idiot was crap, that's actually when I became a fan of Green Day. And I'm a little sad to admit that, but yeah, you see, my friend had just got the album. I was about in 5th grade, and my mom got it too, so he came over and he showed me a bunch of music videos and everything about it. And Boulevard was my favorite song then. Still is one of my favorite songs. So yeah, I mean, everyone at school, when I went to middle school next year in 6th grade, everyone loved Green Day, so I got swept up in the craze of it. And then, towards after 6th grade, I really started to drift away. Just like in the Beatles were my favorite band throughout elementary school. I really just, but I pretty much every band I like is because of a reason, because someone else. And, I think Billy Joel, I got into him. My friend showed me a couple of his songs first, but I mean, I really got into him by myself, and yeah, that's why I like him. But anyway, with Green Day I started seeing some of their older songs. My brother kept saying, "Oh, you need to check out their older stuff. It's a lot better." I'm like, "No, it's not. I don't care." So I ended up seeing Welcome to Paradise music video, and that became my favorite song by them ever. And I saw Basket Case, Brain Stew, Geek Stink Breath, and all of those songs. Good Riddance. Actually, it turns out I've heard Good Riddance a long time before I even knew what American Idiot was. And I just never knew it was American Idiot. I never knew it was Green Day. And then when I drifted away, around in 9th grade when their new album came out, I bought it from Borders after hearing the Know Your Enemy single on the radio. And, that's when I started getting back into Green Day. And instead of being swept up in the craze of it, I just went on my own, and that established me as a Green Day fan. And I was actually proud to call myself a fan of Green Day now, instead of looking back and being embarrassed about it. Because I started to look more towards everything they've ever done. I learned about their older albums and how much better they were. And I learned pretty much everything there is to know about them. Alright, when I first got 21st Century Breakdown, I listened to the whole thing, cover to cover, starting with the Song of the Century, ending with whatever's last on there. Was it American Eulogy or something? Or no, it's See the Light. I don't know what it's called. I think it's called See the Light. But, yeah. So I could pretty much analyze every song. Song of the Century was just, it's good as the opening of the album, since it's supposed to be some kind of opera. And I didn't even know American Idiot was an opera. But then again, American Idiot was, this is the sequel to American Idiots. And there's a very peculiar reason why I don't care for American Idiot as much. I mean, it's okay. I like some of the songs, and it's an okay to good album. But okay, there's a couple things Green Day did. A long time ago, right before the days of Dookie, they basically, when people started hearing their music and they started to like them, major record companies offered them deals. Basically what they said is, no, we want to stay independent. We're not going to sell out to you, big companies. Green Day is never going to be a sellout. Well, even Disney offered them one, and eventually they found a record deal that they liked, and they went with it. Dookie went mainstream, and That's what I meant. They were against being mainstream, and now they're probably the most mainstream band of the modern age. And if you ever wonder why people say Green Day sold out, it's because they did. Well, it's not even because what American Idiot was. It's because they went commercial. They're on posters. They're in video games, and they have a movie. Basically, they're just doing this stuff to get money now, and they're just try to appeal to those little kids that like them so much, which is fine, but they are sellouts. That doesn't mean they're a bad band, but they probably are the biggest sellouts of all time in the music industry. Well, not of all time, but but that's okay because like everyone else, they just want more money, and you can't blame them for that. But American Idiot, I did not like it because it was a really liberal anti-Bush message, and I really thought it was uncalled for because just about everyone came out with the same exact message about how John Kerry should have been elected and George W. Bush is going to send us to hell. And pretty much everyone did it. Like Seth MacFarlane, American Dad, that was the whole point of that show. But guess what? Do you really think John Kerry would have done better? It's not even that. You just see they're all supported Obama, and then what's Obama done in his last year? I mean, granted, a year's not that long. He still has plenty of time to redeem himself, but all he's done is made our lives worse. And I'm not going into politics. But, all right, since I'm already 7 minutes into this, let's get to the review. All right, 21st Century Breakdown. Ignoring Song of the Century, I already went over that. You have to pay $1.30 for it on iTunes. That's ridiculous. It's only like 50 seconds long. So 21st Century Breakdown is by far my favorite song on the entire album. And the reason for that is because, I don't know, I like the sound of it, I like the story of it. And unlike American Idiot, it's not just some useless anti-Bush song that has nothing to do with the rest of the album. But, yeah. Know Your Enemy. I don't really understand that one. I think it's about something about inner demons. Viva La Gloria is introducing the girl character Gloria, and what's the other guy's name? Christian. He was introduced in 21st Century Breakdown, the title song. I have to go see what other songs are on this album. Before the Lobotomy is about how life was so peaceful before we were quote unquote mind raped by the fascist Bush administration. Christian's Inferno is when he's so, tired of authority telling him what to do. And basically he does exactly what the American Idiot Jesus of Suburbia kid did. And it goes on to being almost the exact same story. Last Night on Earth, I have no idea. That's a love story. East Jesus Nowhere is probably the most pathetic song on the album. It's about how Christianity is destroying us all. No, I take that back. It was a single for some reason. It's actually not a bad song, but it's the message that the Protestant church is trying to kill us all. Peacemaker, I don't know. Listen to that song. It has some kind of indie theme to it. Last of the American Girls. I don't know. I'm guessing that's... What did I say her name was before? It's Gloria, right? Yeah. I'm guessing she's the last of the American Girls. I'm not doing a very good job at this. Murder City is the Jesus of Suburbia City. Where everything's all bad and everyone's smoking cigarettes and doing meth and drinking and killing people. Yeah, it's exactly the same thing. Viva La Gloria, Little Girl, The Junkies. Restless Heart Syndrome. I haven't heard that one in a long time. Horseshoes and Hand Grenades is the most violent song on the album. Not violent, but heavy. And it says the F word more than the other ones. The Static Age, I think, is complaining about how static from a long time ago. To hear the static in all the songs, it's kind of funny. It's kind of cool. 21 Guns, I think, is the most popular song by far on the album. You probably already heard that one. American Eulogy is the homecoming of this album. It even has Mike singing some of it. I think it's supposed to be wrapping up in the ending of it. And See the Lights, the final installment. Um, yeah, so my favorite would be 21st Century Breakdown, the title song. And my least favorite, I don't know. I actually do like them all. But as much as I complained and ranted about how terrible this album is, it's not a terrible album. It's actually, they have pretty good music on it. It's just that the message is just no. I forgot to add the little annotated score in the Heart Gold review. Anyway, 8.5 out of 10. The music was pretty good. Now, if you want my opinion on as far as Green Day albums go, it is their worst album. But that's not a bad thing because I love Green Day and I love all of their albums. But it's their least best album, second, or right behind American Idiot. Dookie being their best, but that's just because I'm an old school Green Day fan, and yeah.